Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shit I Shouldn't Say podcast.
All right. And we did want to let y'all know that this show is actually brought to you from Sean Hunter of the Boy Meets World show. So let's give a shout out to Sean Hunter.
Give it up for Sean.
All right. Yeah, man, today, again, just want to bring it back. This is the Shit I Shouldn't Say show. We've got the homie Leo Bishop. This is me and Leo's show together. We got our producer in the house. He shall introduce himself. Let him know a little bit about yourself, Mr. Producer.
Hi, I'm Mr. Producer, Jerry Saylor.
He's a white guy.
Yeah, I'm a white guy. Probably the coolest white guy.
He is pretty cool.
Not just saying that, it's true to fact. I'm a cool ass cracker.
So, from time to time, our producer, he will weigh in on different things like that, but, he's here to help us out. What me and Leo do? We go hard, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. But yeah, man, today we just gonna talk about a little homeschooling. I'm really thinking about homeschooling my boys, because American schools suck. Basically, that's not something that we all don't know, and I don't want my kids to grow up to be little mean assholes who don't know much. So, I'm just talking to everybody online, seeing what everybody think about the homeschooling. What y'all think about that, dude? Do y'all think that homeschooling is something that's going to be beneficial, or is it just a big social part? Because that seems like that's what I'm getting from everybody. Like, oh, man, socially, your kid's going to be fucking weird. I'm like, bro, 60% of people I went to school with was weird and awkward and invisible as fuck, and they were in school every day. So I really didn't understand that. What you think about that, Leo?
I think it's pluses and minuses, regardless.
Right.
Going to regular school, homeschooling, or what, Catholic school, no matter what. I look at it like you trying to figure out if the good outweigh the bad. That's how you really should determine if you should do it or not. Like, all right. So what's the good part of being in public school? The good part of being in public school is, you get to socialize with other people. Like people say, socially the kid can become awkward, even though they might be that way anyway. Right. It is benefits of being in schooling because you learn how to interact with different people, you put in more adverse situations so you can learn how to navigate through, conversations, arguments, disagreements. But honestly, if the kid have siblings already, then they kind of gonna go through that anyway. Yeah,
right? And homeschool don't mean you fucking trap your kids in a basement like fucking Misery or some shit. When you say homeschooling, people just think like, oh, you're just gonna leave them in the house and not fucking let them go outside. Like, no, I just mean learning from home. Yeah, that's not gonna take all goddamn day. You still have sports, football, basketball, fucking karate, fucking UFC, and other cool shit like that. They got kids in the neighborhood. They got each other, siblings. Yeah, they could, fucking be weird together and different things like that. Yeah, but I keep running into that. Like, oh, man, the social part. Like, I don't remember the social part really making me a better person or anything like that. It just taught me how to bully people for the most part. Because, coming up in school, it's either bully or be bullied. I wasn't going to get bullied, so it just taught me, to fucking abuse other people verbally, which you guys have seen on my social network, and I'm still pretty adept at. I just don't see how that shit was anything positive for my life, becoming a man. I've become a lot more intelligent, based on reading and shit. But this is all post high school and shit. In high school, I ain't give a fuck about nothing but bitches, basketball, and hurting people's feelings for the most part.
I feel like in high school, being homeschooled, it wouldn't hurt the kid at all, in my opinion, because basically they should go through like preschool and kindergarten. That might help somewhat before you put them in homeschool. And I do think some form of schooling does help, so they can see the structure of how schooling is and things of that nature.
Lay the foundation.
Right. And then you can pick up from there, because there's little things they might do better at, like initially teaching the kids how to read.
I don't want to teach them how to read.
Basic math and things of that nature, like you stated previously when we discussed it off camera or whatnot. But I don't think that the bad outweighs the good, because there's so much negative things that can happen with kids going to school, bullying and
school shootings.
And
these days, teachers is fucking the kids a lot.
Yeah, even the boys.
Where was that shit at when I was in school?
You don't have to only worry
all my
about your
teachers was
daughters.
the fat white chick with the big ass fupa and the fucking stretchy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got these sexy ass like 20-year-olds who are like fucking your kids.
It's like back in the
when
day,
they're like
schools,
12 and shit.
Schools used to have like a one fine teacher minimum. I mean maximum.
I ain't had
it could be
none.
only like. I mean, she might not have been your teacher.
Well,
but
we
I
had
guarantee it was
Miss
like.
Newton.
That's what I'm saying. Every school had one teacher. She stood out. There used to be a lady that was like my second grade teacher.
I would have finger banged Miss Newton.
Damn. Everybody probably would have.
2 fingers.
Now Miss Newton wanted to finger bang you before you even know what finger banging is. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like,
yeah, that shit is crazy. Like now you got to fucking watch your kids at school and shit because the teachers is fucking them and shit like that. Back in our day, teachers just calling home and shit. Now the teachers like inviting. It was this one teacher. Her son played on the basketball team, and she let the basketball players come over like for a sleepover. And race doesn't matter, but she was a white lady, and her son was the only white kid on the team. So she had him invite all the little black kids over. They were like 15, and she let them all run a train on her.
Swear.
Choo choo.
I bet he was like Randy, your fucking mom is awesome. Want to go back to your house?
Oh man, how embarrassing though.
That's super embarrassing. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? I know kids don't really look their age, but she knew damn well them kids was 15 years old.
Yeah, she. I mean, it's gonna. I don't even want to say it. That was gonna sound fucked up.
Yeah, don't even say it.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Yeah,
like, if she was gonna break the law, you know what I mean. You shouldn't be doing it. I just worded it that way. If you're gonna be breaking the law, you shouldn't be involving your kids, even if it's involving children, right? Let's say like
they videoed the shit.
I don't think like a teacher banging a 17-year-old, like a female teacher banging a 17-year-old boy is the worst thing in the world.
I don't even think 16-year-old boy is the worst thing.
Nobody believes that's the worst thing, but at the same time, you shouldn't be fucking the ones that your kids go to school with, they went to school with, know them, things of that nature.
You should be fucking a couple counties over.
You talking about?
Fuck the kids all the way over there, the 16-year-olds. Don't be fucking the ones that play on your kids' basketball team. You really fucking up the bus rides to the away games up for him, because that's all they're gonna talk about is like nailing his mom, and they videotaped it. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
See, he should have been homeschooled.
I would have killed them.
See, if you homeschooled, then you don't have to worry about your mom banging your classmates.
True that. You don't, but you do got to worry about your mom being kind of awkward or weird.
If she did bang your classmates, then you'd have a real problem. Especially if you
that would mean it was your little brother.
Exactly.
You make a good point there.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that either.
That.
That's pretty messed up.
But no, I mean, I really want to. That's something that I want to do because I was just thinking about how fucking like stupid a lot of people are. I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world. But like I say, the intelligence that I did pick up, it came post high school, just from reading and different things like that. But goddamn, man, when I left high school, I mean, I passed all the tests that I needed to graduate and shit, and school was not really a big challenge for me. But literally, a year after leaving high school, the only shit I have retained is the life cycle of a plant. I know what fucking, nucleus is. I know what cytoplasm is. I know how to read. I knew how to do at least math up to basic math. After it get around to advanced algebra, shit got kind of sketchy, and I've fully forgotten all of that shit now. I probably couldn't even do 7th grade math as we speak. I just feel like that shit is not retainable.
It's not, and the way they teach it to you as well is horrible. I was looking at some, I don't know if it was Japanese or what, but I'll just say it was some Asian studies and how they teach kids math, and it's kind of backwards from the way we teach our kids. But they retain their knowledge like so much easier, and they can pick it up at such a younger age. I'm talking about like advanced math. If we would have been taught that way at a young age, we would be able to get it. But looking at it now, that shit is beyond like a foreign language. Yeah, it's damn near like computer code.
Yeah, your fucking kid your kid in 5th, 6th grade, they bring you home some math, you gonna be looking confused like a motherfucker. Because I know I do.
Even when I was taught it, like at the time, I could get the answer, but I never. It's like somehow I would get to the answer, but the shitty formula would never work out. But they, sometimes they judge you on
gotta show your work.
How well you can go through the formula, not just the answer. But to me, the answer is what ultimately matters.
You find out in the back of the book, them last couple pages, they got the answers back.
Oh, no doubt.
Remember?
No doubt. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you find that shit out.
It was only like the odd or the even answer. answers.
It was only the odd
Yeah.
answers to shit.
But school don't prepare you for anything. Like, I mean, for the most part.
I mean, it don't
like,
prepare you for life.
Yeah.
You know, you fucking come. You
At-
know,
at
you
a
come out of school not knowing how to do your taxes, not knowing how to fucking balance a checkbook.
I take that back though. I ain't gonna lie, but because I guess the school I went to was good. Our teacher taught us we had to learn how to do our taxes in like the 11th grade.
Hell no, we ain't learn how to do shit. I didn't know what taxes was.
Yeah, we learned that in the class. It was a dope class.
Was
too.
it a
was
math
good teacher.
class?
No,
Like,
it wasn't even a math
it
class.
It was life skills.
I forgot the name of the
Yeah.
exact
You
type
went to a
of
hood ass
class.
school, did you?
No, I went to a good school. Like,
What school you went to?
well, I'm from Illinois, so you know, it's in Joliet Central High School
okay.
for those out there in the world if it reach out.
What was it a required class? Did everybody have
Was
to
it
take it,
elective?
or only
No.
a select few?
No, it wasn't a required.
It was
class.
elective class like food, fun, and fitness.
Yeah, some shit like that. I
That kind of
believe.
class,
Yeah.
everybody should be required
Right.
to take.
It should be a required class.
Exactly.
And I thought it was something that they did in every high. Well, not every, but most high schools.
Right.
You know.
I have a question. Why we all got to take geometry? What the fuck is that about?
Unless we're going to be an architect.
Exactly.
I
Like,
don't see the fucking point of it.
God,
And it's not even sacred.
Listen, I
so
suck at-
it ain't even cool.
I suck at math. I really do. I don't think I suck at math because I'm stupid and I can't do it. I think it's always been because I resent it. It's so unnecessary. Like,
Yeah, with
I'm never
percentage.
gonna use this shit. I haven't yet to bang out the Pythagorean theorem in my daily life ever for any reason. I have not used PEMDAS since fucking 11th grade or some shit like that. It's just so silly. I fucking hated math class. And look what we're talking about right now, geometry. Under what circumstances are you gonna ever use geometry? Unless you're an architect, or at least unless it's something that you're gonna be doing in your daily life.
If it's something that you do every day, yeah, you're going to
Yeah,
remember it. You're
right.
going to use it.
But even like architects didn't get out of high school doing that shit. They still went to college and furthered their knowledge in
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
field.
Pick that shit
so
up in
high
college.
school still didn't give them enough knowledge in that area
What
for
you
the
think?
most part.
What you think? I think math should stop after fucking division.
You mean like in general?
Yeah. I mean, unless you go to college for something, unless you need to know more. I feel.
I disagree. I think it's
what after division should we know?
I think we should know it all. I just think the problem is
Man, why? Why do we need to know algebra? I mean, I'm just saying, when have we used it?
All right,
Basic algebra I can understand, like finding like 5 minus x
Square
equals
root of
some
something?
shit, yeah. I mean, not even square root, just
Fucking critical thinking, maybe help out with that.
yeah, just
How to
like
break shit down.
yeah, or if you're trying to find the percentage of something, or
Right.
if you're trying to find, okay, well, how did I get this number from that number?
How many times you done did that since school?
Honestly, I use it quite a bit in
Well,
in my line of work.
Oh, see, in your line of work.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But if a motherfucker dropping fries and shit at Wendy's,
Oh fuck no! The square
Not
root
so
of
much.
French fry is cheeseburger. That's all you need to know.
but then at the same time, it's like
Go drop them
technology.
nuggets.
As technology improved too, so does even in your field of work. I'm sure technology forced you to use that a little less, right?
Oh yeah, I mean you don't even have to like plug in numbers. You just say, okay, it's already on the computer. I'm just gonna click this button and bam, it did it for me.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
So that's fucking us up too. I think that this is like going off topic somewhat, but I think like we're gonna advance.
topics.
We're gonna advance so much in the future that what if all the power go out and shit, right? Like in the past, I think way back in the past they had technology and all that shit. Because
Yeah, I think they had electricity and shit.
as you see that they had to have that shit in order for all this stuff to be popping the way that it's popping.
Right, right.
well, I think if
Historically,
we lost
pyramids.
all the power and stuff, I mean, really, you don't need math for that. I mean,
Right.
if the world goes back to the fucking
Time to
Stone
fight.
Age, yeah, you gotta learn how to fight. You gotta learn how to grow your own
But
vegetables.
that's what
how
I'm
to
saying.
hunt.
It's like
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
getting to the point that we are so far removed from actively using our brains on a day-to-day basis. What if like not now because we still in the middle of it. Let's say like 100 years from now, technology continued to progress at the same rate,
Right.
Right.
or even a smaller rate. Cause shit, boom, we have minor bursts here and there. Let's say that happened, and then like we're not even writing anymore as much. Like we have less books.
You just think, and your thoughts appear in notes on your cell phone.
Right. So what if all our ability go away?
Have you tried to write
access
some
this
shit?
It's hard.
I'm
Your
like,
hands
am I
start
stupid?
cramping and
Like, what the
shit?
fuck is wrong with me? I can't even spell shit. I know how to spell it if I'm typing the shit. Because I can type a lot, fucking 50 words per minute or some shit like that. But actually writing, I'll be fucking all up. I have to erase shit. I'm like,
Shit,
God, man, I
all
haven't
primitive.
wrote
primitive
in 4 years and shit.
And all the text knowledge, text language and all that. So all the power go out in 80 years from now. We're going to be fucked up. We're going to be back in the Stone Age.
I know, but how would Mav, like our trusty producer here just said, how would Mav help us if the lights went out?
No, math could help us in certain ways because we could still build shit, right? If we knew how to measure
But if you already know how to build shit,
what I'm saying, if time go on and the machines start to do all the building for us because we're using technology more and more.
Sound like you're scared of machines. Did you watch iRobot?
Nah, man, I watch Terminator and shit.
I think this is where this is going.
I'm saying that this shit can happen one day. One day we can go all the way back into the past by trying to be too advanced and shit, man. Like, it's bad, man.
So you think we should stop advancing?
I think we should stop, like, getting rid of old shit. Like, for example, like, now we're gonna not use CDs, we gonna stream everything, right? What if all the shit we stream go down and we got all these CDs, players and shit, and I can't even bang the new Schoolboy Q?
Okay, but my thing is, if everything goes down, you shouldn't even be worried about what kind of music you about.
Music is what's gonna make me
it's time to kill.
You better pick up an instrument and learn that shit.
No, but you seen all them post-apocalyptic type movies. It's like, every time the scene get good, they always got a nice tune in the background. Like, I got these Beats by Dre headphones. I want to be able to pop my shit in my ear while I'm out there getting busy. Like,
I'm sure you still got a fucking what they call Walkmans. What do they call this? I'm sure you got a Discman with the fucking shit where it don't skip. That you used to put in your big ass gas jeans.
But shit,
this episode brought to you by Sony Walkman.
They stopped making them shits around the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah, they did.
They ain't had a tape cassette since back then. But back to the homeschooling shit. I think that, like, I was thinking about doing it too. Like, especially when you posted the post talking about it. I'm like, damn, that's a great idea. I should do that shit. But I don't know. It's just, I be worried that, like, am I gonna miss something? I know I'm gonna teach them more about what's real because school lied to them a lot. They still teaching people that Christopher Columbus discovered America and shit.
Hold up, are you saying Christopher Columbus didn't?
How
can they lie about that?
How can he discover something where people are already at?
He discovered it for white people.
I mean, but just say that then. Like, I'd rather them just say that then.
There were people here already.
No doubt.
And they killed them.
I mean,
all.
Yeah. Hey,
every last one of them.
Not every one of them.
Well, I ain't never seen the fucking.
There's like a handful of them around.
And he pissed.
Yes.
It's a lot of Indians in the country, believe it or not, man, or Native Americans, I should say.
They just don't fuck with the rest of us.
They're in Vegas. I wouldn't fuck with us either.
I know.
They like every time we come near them people, we get killed.
They get killed, rather.
Yeah.
I want to do a show on that another time. I got to research.
We'll do that shit on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Columbus Day.
I'm gonna say some shit till then. We're gonna do one on both. God damn it.
Columbus was a dick. His son even said it.
Man. It'd be funny if he like said it back then too, like if those were the exact words.
He wrote about it. He wrote about it in his diary. His son had a diary, and he wrote about it how he didn't have shit to do with them finding America. They had a bunch of other people on the boats who were actual people who helped them find it. He was lost for like fucking 2 years and shit. Yeah,
a lot of people get credit for shit they didn't actually do, like Thomas Edison. He get.
Are you saying Thomas Edison didn't create light?
No.
Light bulbs?
He stole that shit from Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla the dude. He the one, man. Tesla was out here bathing in electricity. He was so gangster. He was like the prince.
They had to get him out of here. He was trying to get that shit up for free too. Wireless electricity.
Yeah.
Now he was still alive. Oh, man, I want like somebody like him living in this day and age. That'd be amazing.
Oh, we got to kill everybody who try to do nice shit.
You got that Elon Musk guy. He's pretty out there.
I don't think I'm hip to
Who's that?
He's doing like the super trains and shit.
Oh yeah,
the ones that hover a little bit off the
I can't think what they call it. He founded like PayPal and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know the one dude who I mean, this is totally ain't got shit to do with what we talking about. But fuck it. The dude who did the 5-hour energy drinks.
Oh no, what about him?
He made like billions, like lots of billions, like $10 billion. Guess how much he gave up?
What?
Of that, just guess in percentage. How much percentage
who
of
he give up?
He gave up the money.
It up to who? Like just period?
Yeah, he just donated it. Gave it away. Gave it to other people. Donate 10 billion.
9 billion?
No, percentage wise.
90%.
No,
Basic math, man.
I told you I don't like math. I want you to do percentages though. That's important.
All right.
It's higher than 90.
Oh, he's stupid.
Yeah.
Don't say 95%.
Higher.
99%.
99.
Damn.
He gave up 99% of his money. And with the rest of it, he just built this big ass workshop and he hires people with great ideas that want to create things to make the world better and make our lives easier. He only let them come in and just create shit. That's all he's about, is creating stuff to make life better for everybody. He don't charge anybody anything.
Well,
he just bring in like the best minds that want to create shit. I thought that was pretty dope.
Well, if he go broke, I hope the people that he gave money to willing to come and help him out.
Let me get that back. Let me hold something.
Like, I was just reading about how, like, Trent Richardson, the football player, allowed his family and friends to spend $1.6 million of his money.
Why?
And, I don't know if you watch football.
Not all the time. I might catch highlights
but
and shit.
Why?
He was a running back for the Colts, and he fell off, and then he played for the Browns and got cut, and he pretty shitty.
What you mean he let him spend 1.6 million?
That's what he said. He said his heart allowed them to take advantage of him.
My heart is cold.
And he's shitty. No disrespect to him, but I'm just speaking this way. But he's shitty skill-wise at the moment, so it ain't like he got that much opportunity to go back and make that money. Yeah, because he just got cut by another team. In training, training camp just began for real.
Look, check this out. This is what the homie Tracy McGrady did. I don't know if y'all know who T-Mac is, but if you don't, Google him. It's nice. T-Mac, when he first got his first big deal, he had a certain amount of money he gave every family member. Some 40,000, some 20,000, some 50,000. To his immediate family, moms, dads, cousins, people who he fuck with. Not just random cousin number 7 who just fucking show up writing you on MySpace when they
give me
find
some
out
money, dog.
Right? He's like, you don't remember me from the, the family reunion? Not that nigga.
DuckTales. You should watch DuckTales.
No, not that guy. Actually, people we fuck with in his life. He gave them all a certain amount of money, a decent amount too. We talking $40,000-$50,000. But he told them, after y'all spend that, do not come back. I'm not giving anybody else any more money. That was it. And he said since then he was cool. He hasn't had to give anybody else any money because he already gave them something to begin with. And if they didn't do anything good with it, like invest it or buy a business or something like that, shit, that was just on them. Other motherfuckers, they be doing crazy ass business deals, buying their moms and dads big ass houses and shit.
Hiring them and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
My thing is this: I'm not gonna hire. I'm not with even at my job now. I'm not in there like hiring.
Hey, bro, could you give me a job? Could you help me out?
Listen, a job? I can help you get a job, but you ain't gonna be working for me. That's my thing. Like, even if I was rich and I knew people, I know people that own businesses and corporations. I can help you get a job,
right,
and get a career, go to school or whatever. But you're not about to be working with me.
Why not?
Because
why you on that?
We family members. Like, you're gonna be in there chilling more. I'm not saying all of them. Now I hire some.
Are you saying they're gonna take advantage of you?
I ain't even talking about my family. I'm just talking about the average family member of anybody. For the most part, you have a few.
Think they ain't gonna take their job seriously?
Hell no. Maybe like 3 out of 30.
Right.
Family members.
Like, bro, I can't make it to work, man.
Yeah, shit like that. Or they gonna be in there stunting on the real employees because they gonna be feeling privileged or whatnot.
Yeah, I grew up with this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then, what if it's like one of your cousins that like be punking you and shit? Like, nigga ain't coming to work. Like, you like, all right, get in when you can. Like, fuck that.
Right.
Then your other employees, you gonna mess up your whole business.
Like, bro, if you make me come to work, I'll be at your house when you get off of work.
Now, I have seen like some people be so rich they create like bullshit businesses for their family members to work in just to feel like they a part of something. Now, if it's something like that, now if I'm worth like 10 billion, I can come up with a little, mom and pop shop somewhere.
Yeah, buy you a little Caesars or some shit. Just keep them hot and ready for everybody. That ain't hard.
That's all you got to do.
That ain't hard for people, for real, man. Like,
that's enough to sustain like
your life. You make a lot of money with that shit.
I wish I owned the little Caesars around this.
They don't even cost a lot. You getting one of them motherfuckers for like 30,000, 25,000.
Subway is a franchise where it's at.
Yep.
You make a lot of money with Subway.
Hell yeah, you can do a lot with Subway. Go ask Jared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you? I don't know why the fuck we talk about this shit. Cause this is about this show is about fucking homeschooling. But did you hear that some black guy beat up Dylan Roof in jail?
Yeah, I thought it was like
they
a
set up
story,
a donation
though.
page where people can make.
Man,
donations
people are
to
donating all kinds of money.
Fucking the dude that beat him up or Dylan Roof?
No, the dude who beat him up, some random black guy.
You know what's crazy though? It's like, why do serial killers be having like, not GoFundMe?
Say cereal?
That shit, like, no. What
Like,
I say?
you said cereal.
Cereal. See, what I was supposed to say?
You
Cereal.
from the hood? You talking about cereal like Cheerios and shit?
See, if I went to homeschooling, I might know how to pronounce that the right way.
Cereal.
Enunciate properly. I got a GED, by the way. I got a good job too with a GED, so that just go to show that shit all the way fucked
You're pretty
up.
intelligent.
Yeah, I think I do.
Serial killer.
Serial killer. But serial killers, they be
I think
getting
the proper term would actually be like mass shooter.
mass shooters.
Yeah,
not serial killers mostly, but a lot of times mass shooters be having people like donate money to them and shit like that. You know.
Yeah, that shit is weird.
That's
man.
weird as fuck.
And then
man.
bitches want to fuck them, so
marry
they be,
him and
yeah,
shit. Like, how that
fucking
happen?
Manson got married.
I think them chicks.
He didn't actually get married. He was going to, but then he shut it all down. He was just like, "Bitch, you're fucking crazy."
Because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
You want to marry me?
Like, what the fuck do you think is my problem?
You know he getting out soon too.
Nah, he ain't ever gonna get out.
Yeah,
Well, he's up for bail in like a couple of years, but I think his bail is so well shit.
He
Somebody
get
gonna bail him
Somebody
out.
gonna
Some
pay
crazy
his shit.
person with $1 million is gonna bail his ass out.
Rod Zombie and shit.
Exactly.
Nah,
One
I
of
shouldn't put
one of
that
his
on Rod. That's-
followers just got out. Tex Watson.
Oh, yeah.
He's like 70-something years old.
That's the
or
dude that
older
did.
than that.
That's the only dude that did the killing.
It was some.
Yeah.
It was
But
a
it was
girl.
texting
It was a
like
girl
3
too.
chicks.
Yeah, it was a girl too.
It was
that
like
helped
3
out.
of 'em.
Yeah,
A couple of chicks already got out, I think.
Manson ain't killed nobody. He a bitch
Not
for
one
real.
person. That's
He a
crazy.
bitch for real.
And he was almost a celebrity too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think he like a killer. Everybody like, man, he crazy. He ain't
Nah.
crazy. Them motherfuckers was all hopped up on acid and shit. And he just, he was the smartest one. And he just told them to go kill
Yeah, he
people.
had
and shit.
game. Like back in the day, it seemed like you was able to gang people up more back then. Like as technology go on, you can't even help people. You know, like he was manipulating them back then, but now you can give somebody a true solution and helpful tips, and they still gonna turn that shit down. It's too much doubt. Back then, it was like all blind faith. And
Yeah, I don't believe shit.
shit. All these.
Can't sell me nothing.
I mean, we got Joel Osteens and guys like that, but they tricking you out of money, not your life and shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's
We
a
got
little
these
different.
fucking preachers. That one goddamn preacher, he got like 3 jets and shit. I'm like, how's this
Creflo Dollar.
No, not Creflo. It's the white one.
Is it Joe?
He got that
Osteen?
fucking mullet. I don't know. Is it?
He got a mullet.
He got that black mullet.
I know Joe Osteen.
He got like 3 jets and
and I
shit.
know the dude with all the plastic surgery. I forgot.
Shit
his
is
name,
ridiculous.
too.
I'm like, who's supporting him? Who in the congregation thinks this is okay?
A lot of them mega
Why would
churches
you
be
need 3
having money.
jets?
You know, the thing is they get like they get celebrities to get them money too, and they say they donations, and the way they do it is they just build a mega church. So if your church like a football stadium, you can house like
Churches
thousands
like
of
fucking
thousands
YMCA's
of people.
and shit.
Well, look at Scientology.
Oh my god,
And
don't
that
get me
shit
started
that shit's
with
fake as
shit.
fuck.
That shit is weird.
Man, Scientology, they took him up. The Ron Io Hubbard dude, this motherfucker.
And he crazy as hell.
He wrote science fiction novels and shit. That's
what it's based
That's
off
what
of.
he was. He's a science fiction author, and he like, man, I can take this shit and make it religion.
You gotta
out
get
of
an
it.
E-meter.
Then you got Tom Cruise and all these crazy motherfuckers.
Will Smith was doing that shit for a minute, then he
Yeah.
cut that shit out.
I think
Like, this is
Jada-
weird.
I think Jada Pickett was like, bruh, look,
This shit is weird.
I've been
Stop
with you
doing
long
it.
enough to divorce your ass and take all this shit.
John
So,
Travolta is really high up in
Yeah.
Scientology.
John Travolta
He a-
weird as
he a
hell.
fucking fruitcake, man. Don't
he
you know
weird
that?
as hell, man.
They banned him from like every
Airplanes
fucking massage
and-
place
oh, yeah.
in California because he kept trying to make all the men who were massaging him touch his dick. He
And
would like
he-
grab their hands and make them touch his
He
dick.
tried to do that to like he came on allegedly came on. I
What's
think,
the
to some
amount of money?
pilots or something?
I got a
too.
question. What's the amount of money that John Travolta would have to offer you for you to maybe let him guide your hand to his dick?
It ain't
What's the
no-
amount?
it's-
Where you would be like, all right,
You know, we actually spoke about this on
Don't
another
tell nobody.
podcast.
Not a-
don't
amount.
tell.
It's not an amount.
600,000.
Nah. Yeah, that's disrespectful, man. Like, it's not an amount. It's no,
You-
it's not an amount
You
of
ain't,
money. You can
you
pay.
ain't realistic.
Nah, I'm
Producer.
Hey, a nut,
What's the amount of money?
I'm a nigga from the hood. You can't even have these type of discussions. You know what
No.
I'm saying?
These are discussions to be had.
Nah.
like I said, we actually discussed this on another podcast.
Okay.
maybe not so much John Travolta. But our question was, how much money would it take for you to suck a dick?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, ain't enough. If I just got a rent, if I
What you
just got
mean? You were just telling me.
if I got we talking about a brisk graze. We're talking about a graze. What you mean? What's the difference?
It is a difference, but it's wrong. Period.
We talking about a brisk graze of the dick with the side of your hand.
Nah.
We ain't talking about straight deep throating and shit. So what did y'all come up with?
We came up with a nice round number, 30 million.
30 million.
I think that's a. We had a nice in-depth conversation on this, and 30 million is a good round number for any of us to take a dick in the mouth and be happy about it.
I could even
But
say that.
as far as just touching a dick, I mean, I'd probably take a lot less. I'd take, just to just graze it, like you said.
Just a brisk graze. You know what I'm saying? A little side of the hand type shit.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality, so I know I wouldn't be all.
You ain't gonna turn gay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna turn gay because of it. I'd probably take whatever he offered me if it's just a graze. You know? Be like, look, man, $50. You just rush the back of your hand across the top of my cock. Shit, that's $50 I ain't got. Plus, I get to tell people I touched John Travolta's dick.
Oh my god, that ain't good, man. That's bad. That's like not what you supposed to do.
Leo, 700,000.
No,
in the bag.
Listen, that is not any.
You ain't chasing that check.
Nah, I ain't chasing the check. The amount of I can't even think of the amount of money.
What if don't nobody know?
Nah, that's besides the point.
I
can't think of the amount of money that I would take for me to
He lying like a motherfucker.
He's got a number in his head.
He got a number in his head.
It's just love.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I ain't even thinking about a number. I promise you. What I'm saying is this.
Nobody sucking no dick for no 30 million. Listen, that's a lot of money, but man, I don't even think I could accomplish it.
We never had this discussion before.
I'd throw up all over him. I don't think I could accomplish this, even if I wanted to try. I don't think I can do it.
Money ain't real.
Damn that, they buy real shit.
Like I know it sounds crazy, but in a sense, money ain't real to me. Like when it come to my,
why you gotta get all philosophical?
Because that's just the type of person I am, man. You know what I mean? I can't help it. You are who you are. You feel me? Like
30 million.
No. I don't want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You feel me? Because it's like after get that money, I'm gonna be like so low and depressed. Man, I might kill myself.
I can't suck. Why? I can't suck a dick, but I could graze past a dick with the side of my hand for some bands.
Yeah,
man.
It's not horrible.
It ain't the worst thing. I've accidentally done that shit in real life.
Like I think
playing sports
done it on accident, not even got paid for it.
Yeah, playing sports and shit. I probably done grazed about 13 penises in my life, and I ain't get nothing for that.
I'm non-athletic, clearly, so I don't play basketball like that. You don't graze dicks on 2K. You know what I mean? That don't happen on P4. You know? And another thing, not to make it racial and shit, but me and my homies, we talked about this a couple times, including some white dudes. Mm-hmm. It's like white dudes be 30% gay already. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give
it's like it's just y'all comfort level. It's not that y'all gay, it's just y'all comfort level.
I think it's the cultures that we live in.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why you have so many black people in black culture that are on the down low, because it's not acceptable in the black community whatsoever. It's just not acceptable. You're not allowed to be gay. Mm-hmm. And in white culture, not so much. They have a lot of motherfuckers who don't like that shit, but they're not gonna act the way that black people act about it. So they're totally more okay with just being like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I be confused when I see
their jokes include gay stuff.
Exactly.
When they
comedy movies and a lot of times
they spend that night over each other's house. The joke is like, oh, let's fucking lay our dick on John's face while he's
sleeping. Yeah, it's like black dude.
The black community, it's happening. You got to go for that.
Listen, in the black community, it's like you bringing that shit up to the other one. He gonna put you in your place before the shit even happened to the dude that sleep. So
what you mean, bro?
You gonna wake him up? Hold on, man. We need to go.
You talking about putting his dick on your face, bro?
Sleeping in this. Y'all gonna lose friendship. You gonna be talking about him. The thing about black friends is we thoroughly embarrass each other verbally. We disrespect each other verbally to the point where it's you don't even willing to make a mistake. Around your friends, because you think your mom is gonna let you have it. Your friends is gonna destroy your soul.
Yeah, I mean,
socially, fuck it. It's for real.
This is so true. Something really gay always happens.
I think in the white community, I be weirded out when I see white guys so uncomfortable with coming out the closet and shit. Because I be from the outside looking in. white culture doesn't shun like homosexuality as much as black culture do. So I'm like, what are you like afraid of as much? You know, like I don't see.
I think white people be more afraid of like their parents. You know, like their dad, like disowning them. Dads be on that bullshit. They'll straight disown their fucking kid, their son, for being gay.
From what I see,
my son
most of the time I see it as being accepted, like by the fathers, like a lot of times
in the current era, yeah. But
yeah,
like our fathers, if our fathers would have been gay, that shit was not going down. And a whole lot of our fathers were gay. They just, you know, acted like they weren't, so they got wives and just settled for jacking off niggas in the public park in the bathroom and shit.
what's that celebrity that did that shit? Boy George?
All them motherfuckers was doing that
no,
shit.
that wasn't Boy George. That was George Michael.
Going to fucking adult theaters and sucking dick in the back. Yeah, that was the thing. But no, like
all them motherfuckers probably went to school. Public school.
See what I'm saying?
That's where they learn that shit, man.
Hey man, when I was in high school,
in the locker room and shit.
Yeah,
gym.
I was in high school. We had this guy. He tried out for our team. He was really fucking little. I don't even want to say his name because he's still active out here.
Don't do that for him,
He's still active out here, so I ain't gonna say his name. But he was little as shit, like super small guy. Obviously, he didn't make the team, so we made him like the team manager and shit. He got to hold the clipboard and keep stats and shit. So one time we were in the locker room and he was in there like fucking around with us, you know, playing, you know, throwing shit. And like all the big guys, well, pretty much everybody on the team was bigger than him, but they grabbed him and like pulled his pants down and pulled his boxers down, and like he didn't have no clothes on. He was like crying and
now
stuff.
see, that shit's gay.
Yeah, that's public school behavior and shit. I don't want my kids to go through that. Fucking big black guys like pulling their fucking pants down and shit. He didn't have no clothes on. He just had a beater on. I'm like, what was the point in this? Like, what's going on here? Why?
That happened a lot. It seemed like too, but mass shooting seemed like would be a cause of that type shit. Versus like the shit they be doing it for, you know, like shoot up the school. Nah, I would think somebody would be willing to go over the edge retaliating for something like that versus like the shit they do it for, you know. But I don't know. It's weird, like dealing with athletes, you know, kids, boys, just jacked up on testosterone. Just so
athlete
many of them
culture
at one
is
time
like
and shit. That shit's abusive.
It's dickish culture, man. They just they don't give a fuck.
They still
it's
be
like
doing this shit in the
hazing
NFL. These grown ass men been through college and shit, middle 20s, and y'all ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be a rookie in the league letting y'all haze me. Fuck it, I'm gonna get kicked off the team. Fuck this shit.
Kenyon Martin wasn't having that shit.
A lot of niggas wasn't having that shit.
Kenyon Martin was punching niggas. That's why he ain't in the NBA no more.
Hey.
He was not having that rookie hazing shit.
Listen,
his first year in the NBA, he punched Karl Malone in the face.
It was an NFL player that went through that last year or the year before, and they was trying to make it seem like he was like gonna be a bad person. Why? For not letting these motherfuckers beat me instead?
And you got to carry all their bags and shit.
You saw what they did to the cornerback that played for the Giants, Prince Akamurama, some shit like that. Did? They was like dunking him and they was dragging him through the locker room, slamming him in ice tubs and shit. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. Like,
I ain't got time for this shit.
It was like 3 dudes. They was like, it was, I don't know. I think it was like Justin Tuck and them. He might have been gone at the time, but this big ass defensive lineman and shit just abusing you. That type of shit happened a lot.
Fuck that.
In schools. Weird. That shouldn't be happening around 30-year-old men and shit, man.
I just feel like, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, clearly we have gotten off track. No
doubt. I got a question for you though, to get back on track. What about like high school? Like, what about, you know, your kids from like they sexual maturity? Because it's helpful to be at school because, like, from a male's perspective, the boys have more opportunity to meet girls.
Passing letters.
They learn how to talk to girls and stuff like.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You get to be around them, you still don't know how to talk to them.
I mean, but it's just the experience. Going through those initial years of failure prepare you for life when you're much more of an adult. Would you rather they go through that later? Because it might prevent them from having sex and having kids too early too. So it's like a good.
But why can't you put them in activities where girls are around? They still have parks.
Girls around the neighborhood.
Yeah, man, girls in the neighborhood. There's, you know, co-ed activities and stuff.
But it's like they might not be able to meet that girl that's like
I mean, granted, they won't get
That's the super smart girl. They don't get as much of a variety. The girl down the street might not be as, the options might not be as great.
But think about it, in high school or junior high school or whatever, how many of the dudes are actually going after those type, or going after girls at all?
It's a few of them motherfuckers that's
I say about 10% of the dudes are actually going after girls. The other dudes are like, oh, girls fucking have cooties. I don't want a fucking girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They weird as hell anyway. It's only about 10%.
I don't have a girlfriend. I got the internet.
It's only about 10% of the dudes actually going after the bitches anyway. The other 90%.
Yeah, it probably don't matter like what she is, how smart she is anyway, because I don't think I want my child marrying a girl that he met during those years anyway, because I think, like we talked about another time, women tend to mature, you know, differently than males do. So I noticed like when women come out of school, and well, the woman and the man meet in high school and they date for a couple years, get married instantly or whatever right after high school, it's like when they get about 24, 25, 26,
break up.
The guy's still kind of the same person. You know, for the most part, we don't change as much. We just agree like, okay, yeah, y'all was right. This shit does matter. That's pretty much it. But with girls, it's like sometimes they change like totally as they become women.
Well,
you know, like,
it needs to be understood.
I've outgrown this guy and shit. Like, I've seen women madly in love with a dude, divorce his ass for another dude 3 years later for no reason other than that she's a different person somehow.
Well, what you're talking about is the whole phase. All women must go through the whole phase. It's not even a
whole phase.
No, because when she thinks she's outgrown him, what she really is saying is that she's tired of fucking him, and that she wants to have a little bit of fun like her friends are having, because she hasn't gotten a chance to have fun because she's been with this nigga since she was 14.
Let's label it the liberation phase.
Okay, I like that.
They want to feel liberated.
The liberation phase. And she just needs another dick inside of her, basically.
Maybe she's not anymore. Just have to be at least a different one, right?
That's why, yeah, you know, like, you gotta let them go through their whole phase. If you're getting with a girl and she's like, yeah, I've only been with like 2 guys, then yeah, just leave. Just tell her that it's just not gonna work out, because the whole phase has to happen. It's just gonna happen on your watch.
Yeah,
you don't want it on your watch. You want it to already be out. You already want her to have ran through 10 to 20 niggas, and she see that niggas ain't shit.
But at the same time,
she already got clapped a couple of times. You do. It gotta happen, bro. It gotta happen.
No, it don't.
You do kind of want to hit it while the getting's good, you know. Yeah, you definitely hit it before the hoe phase.
While the walls are still intact.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, if she went, you know me, if she went through a real hoe phase, if she went through a real hoe phase like you labeling it as, then I don't really want too many parts of that.
I'm just telling you.
Serious.
Most women have already been through that. They just not telling you.
But it's also an age limit. It's an age limit on your body count too. If you 23 and you already didn't hit 20 dudes, then I'm sorry.
That's pretty.
We're not having a conversation.
I'm just letting you know that's pretty common.
That's sad.
These days.
That's sad as fuck, man.
But 23, is that really a lot?
Yes, that's a. What you mean is that a lot? Like, all right, so what's the average year?
Is that really a lot, though? Think about it. 23, what's that?
What's the average year you think the girls should start having
Girls
sex,
lose their virginity sooner than dudes. So girls usually lose their virginity around 14, 15 years old. Let's say on the high end, 16. So from 16 to what, 23? That's 7 years. What's that, like 3 a year, something like that?
Something like that.
Is that really bad?
It is.
I wouldn't call that a whore.
No.
3 dudes a year, you know, that's not. I mean, men do 3 in a week.
Yeah,
that's
they whores too, but I don't give a fuck about what they do.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the difference.
3 dudes in a year ain't bad. If a chick has sex with 3 dudes in a year, I wouldn't call her a whore.
Let me tell you why that's a lie. Because
3 dudes in a weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
But look. Most of the time, a girl will be in more relationships than a guy will. So she probably was in a relationship for 3 of those years. So now you got to add. So now it's like 6 and 9 a year instead of 3 a year. You know what I mean? When you count the relationship years. So now we approaching like now how many a year do we approach whole level?
Moral of the story is don't ask. Because you really don't want to know.
Yeah,
I don't ask. The only question I ask is, do you have AIDS? That's the only thing I want to know. I don't even care about the other diseases. Do you have AIDS? That's the only one that scares me. That's the only one that's going to take me out for life.
Nah.
The other ones, if you had fucking syphilis before, I don't give a shit about that. As long as you got it taken care of. Do you have AIDS? That's the only fucking thing I want to know. I don't care how many dudes you had sex with.
Got that blue waffle.
Oh yeah,
But you would know if they got that blue waffle.
Hell yeah, you would know.
Yeah, you gonna know about that waffle. That blue waffle off the chain.
What is the blue waffle?
You ain't never seen that blue waffle?
What is it?
I don't even know.
What is it? The bumpies?
Nah, it's some shit
It's
that's
like
blue.
a combination of the bumpies, the lumpies, the ooies, the gooies.
That ain't the real name of it.
Yeah.
But I forgot the technical name for it.
I don't
but
like
it's for
it.
some shit that they got called blue waffle. That shit look nasty.
I don't like it.
It's
I
disgusting.
don't like the blue waffle. It don't sound like something that
It ain't something you can order at Waffle House.
Nothing
No,
you
I take
wanna
that back.
order.
You probably could order at Waffle
Let me
House.
get the blue waffle.
Yeah.
Let me get that the waitress. Let me get that waitress back there.
Let me get Diane working at the back.
Diane. She worked third shift all the time and shit.
Now this show is about the teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have taught about different things, and I want to bring this back around full circle. I believe that I could be a better teacher than the teachers that are already in school. Cause think about it. How many teachers did you actually have that actually got through to you? I think I had 2.
I was going to say less than 3.
And I had like 2, and they were both like reading teachers, you know, Miss Fraze and Miss Montgomery. Those were the 2 teachers that got through to me. And think about all the teachers you've had.
Yeah,
You had total like 70? Especially
A lot of
in
teachers.
high school, you have you run through about like per year about 12 to 15 different teachers.
Yeah.
I think it was about 3 for me too.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I think I could be a better teacher for my kid than these motherfuckers. Most of them don't like their jobs because they're getting paid like fucking $9 an hour to be a goddamn teacher.
And it's worse now than it was then.
Exactly. So they don't want to do the shit to begin with. You know, they're teaching with just packets. They don't give a fuck about your kid and nothing like that. I give a fuck about my kid. So I think that I would be better. Now, as far as the socializing, we have to figure that shit out.
Do you think, but they may be more skilled than you? Like, let's say it's like
Skilled at
that
what?
teacher that is passionate about teaching. I ain't talking about the ones that hate their job. You do get some that just go into that field because they really love it.
But who
though,
gonna
you
be
know?
more passionate about my kid than me?
Man, you even know as yourself as a parent, sometimes like there are moments in time where you are a little less enthused about doing stuff. You know what I mean?
With
But
your
as a
kid?
teacher,
True.
it's your job. So that's the motivation is the funding. If you lose motivation naturally, you know, you don't have that backup motivation sometime as a parent. If you able to just wing it this day, then you might just do that because who's there to stop you? But it might affect your kid in the long run because you're not teaching them what the teacher can teach them in the same in-depth way because you didn't learn the subject the same way the teacher did.
See, I don't think you understand how this homeschool teaching work. It's a program. It's online.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have things that your kid has to go through. So it ain't really like you making up the goddamn lesson plan like yourself. Like, oh, all right, we're gonna do this and that.
The state helps you.
Yeah.
You're just not jumping into it blindly.
You're like, hey,
Shit.
let's do.
Fuck, what's 3 plus 9?
Right. No, they have like computer programs that walk them through all of these different things. You just need to make sure that they do the shit and then check the work with them and make sure everything is good. But you know what I'm saying? They got actual programs that, you know, help assist with those things. Right? You don't somehow become a teacher. That's not what you're doing at all. You're just really facilitating, making sure that they get the shit done. And then, you know, I guess adding to it or whatever. But yeah, man, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. I think we're gonna do some homeschooling. I'm gonna have to talk to my kid's mom, see if she's with it. Yeah,
You're trying to do all? How many kids do you have that's in school right now?
2
Okay, yeah, it's not that difficult.
2
then.
boys, and they're getting up into that age where they could really take the turn where they're either a huge dick or a really weird kid. Because those are the only 2 options.
My son 4, he just turned 4 recently. So I'm thinking like maybe a couple years of regular schooling and then I might consider doing something.
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
mine are in the 5th and 3rd grade.
Oh yeah, so they prime. That's a good time.
Yeah, because this is the you know, this is where the option comes in. Are you gonna be the bully mean kid, or are you gonna be the fucking weirdo that the bully's picking on? You know, I don't want them to go down either the fucking goth route or, you know, the super fucking mean jock route. I don't like either one of those. So shit, I'm thinking that, you know, maybe keep them at home, get them in.
Keep them at home, teach them the value of hard work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Teach them how to be nice to people.
Yeah, all of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to just be locking them in the fucking basement and making them do math problems all goddamn day. Because I know that's what people think about when you say homeschooling. But yeah, man, I think that that's a good idea, man.
Yeah. No
Take
doubt.
them and let them experience things. Take them on field trips.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
They were talking about that. You take them to like fucking museums and cool shit like that. And what I like about it is a lot of reading involved. I love reading. Yeah. Kids need to read a lot. Kids don't do that shit anymore. They don't read unless it's a fucking post on Facebook or some fucking meme on Instagram or something
or
like that.
instructions on how to play this game or that game.
Exactly. That type of shit.
Yeah. Because my son, like, he really smart and he like he advanced with technology and things of that nature, and he wise just naturally. I wanted to switch it up, because I use technology and things of that nature to help him become, as wise as he is now. But it's going to get to the point where, I got to wing him off of it or whatnot, because then he can come obsessed and controlled by that.
My son want to do is play Call of Duty all day. Yeah. All day. He won't even eat.
Damn.
Yeah, he won't even eat at all.
That's how my 6-year-old is.
It's
man.
weird, dude. Like, we play games. We came up in the era where Nintendo came out, and I was on the shit, but I wasn't on the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I would still go out and play.
That shit wasn't live though, neither.
No, that shit wasn't as live. You couldn't talk to your friends online and shit while you were playing.
Plus, you still had friends that was trying to like lure you outside too.
Yeah, because they didn't have video games. A lot of your friends didn't have games
just as much as your kid is now. So it's fucked up all the way around.
My son like a zombie, man. He don't fucking come out that room. All he want to do is play the game. If he he don't do the shit at my house because I break him off something probably but at his mom's house, she's a pushover, so she'll tell him like, oh, it's time to eat. He don't want to come downstairs because he's afraid if he get off the game, then his friends are going to get offline and then he's going to lose that connection.
Right.
I think the gaming shit is more about the friends online than the actual gaming, because if he can't get online to play with his friends, he don't even want to play the game. So I think it's more about that, the social interaction portion.
Itself is socializing.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it's just weird. We going into a new time. That's also what we got to get used to. It's a new age. We adapting to how life is changing.
We're in the age of the computers.
We becoming like the dad on Footloose and shit. You know what I mean? That didn't want the kids to dance and shit. Like, we becoming those dudes. Like, so you don't know what's right and what's proper yourself because you so trapped in your own way of thinking.
Hey, look, man, I know both of y'all are pretty intelligent dudes. I don't know if y'all heard about these computers. They call it like quantum mechanics or quantum something computers. But these are computers that can basically weigh out, I wouldn't say parallel universes, but different options, different things like that. A lot of people say that these things are the reason why the Mandela effect occurs, and things change and shit. Like with fucking Mr. Rogers, it was it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. That's what it is, and that's what it's always been. But it really wasn't. It was in the neighborhood, not in this neighborhood.
Right.
But that's the Mandela effect, where small things change from your life. Like the bears sting bears is now the bears sting bears.
Yeah.
But it was Sting, though. Fucking crazy. I remember the goddamn books. Everybody remember the books. But these quantum computers are the reason why, and they got like 3 of them already in the world. They're like in these big facilities and shit. But what you were saying, these computers, they say within the next 10 to 20 years are going to basically be taking all of the jobs from a lot of people, because the computing power is so high. They're going to be able to do so much, and they said eventually in the next 20 to 30 years computers will be able to basically do anything that humans can do. So they'll have robots that can act, think, do basically the same shit that we can logically, and actually have logic and not just,
so
directions.
Are you talking like artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Now,
Like totally be like a human being.
I have to go out and say here, we were talking about Terminator and shit earlier.
Right.
I think artificial intelligence will be the end of mankind.
I believe that too.
Because
they're going to instantly see that we're an issue, because we are an issue to the
to
world.
them, yes.
Not even just to them, but to the world. We are like destroying the world, using all the resources before the world can recreate them and shit. Like, so if these computers are even marginally intelligent, they're going to see us as an issue, and they're going to try to fix the issue, which would be for us. They're going to kill us.
Yeah.
So we're going to need some kind of fucking off switch for these things. Somewhere where somebody could just hit an off switch and shut all these bastards down.
But that's the problem. The off switch is going to be tied to the computer itself, or a computer itself. If they get advanced to the point where the computer can hack another computer, then it's like you're going to be fucked up unless it's literally like one dude next to some old rusty ass button, somewhere that's not connected to much. Yeah.
just the main
external
power.
Yeah, just it had to be a local power source and everything.
Some guy that looked like Bernie Sanders locked away in some bunker.
Yeah, you need like super duper firewalls and shit. Like it's bad, man. That's
but no, that's real shit though. I was watching some stuff on it. It's the company that that makes CERN. I don't know if you know what CERN is, but that's that huge thing that they're making in Switzerland that can create black holes.
Yeah.
And different
Doing
things
the particle
like
accelerator thing that collide.
Yeah, so it's that company. That's the same company that's making these quantum whatever computers that can do that. And yeah, dude said legit 20, 30 years they'll be able to have computers with robots that look like humans and can act like humans and can logically make decisions.
What that means is that shit is 10 years away. They just won't release it.
Or that shit is already possible. Yeah, and they've already put them out into the world and they're just seeing if the shit works or not.
Gucci Mane.
Come on.
They say Gucci Mane the clone. Gucci.
I hate to take it completely off the rail here, but I gotta ask, would you guys fuck a robot?
Do the robot got that gushy?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's self-adjusting, man.
But wouldn't you be scared, though, that if you blow the back out too hard, the shit will just collapse and just smush your dick? Because at the end of the day, it is still a fucking robot. So I'm thinking that it's still metal in there. And if that bitch malfunction while your dick is in there, it could totally collapse and just smush your shit. Like a fucking fruit roll-up or some shit like that. That's the part that would scare me. They would have to make that middle part real organic-y, let's just say.
Or to the point where it don't even have the capability of locking up so much. Like the maximum is what you feel. That way if it go wrong, you already used to the maximum. You lock it or whatever.
Yeah. What can a robot do? Is it like one of them goddamn fake booties that you could buy at, Hustler? Or is this like it can walk, it can bend it over?
It can do everything. Like you said, it's like a real person robot. Shit. But it's got all the parts that you want to get knuckle deep in.
Women better hope that shit don't happen.
I know.
Oh, man.
They better hope that shit don't happen. If that shit happen,
women barely get along a lot of times these days, period. Imagine if they got to be rivaled with female robots.
That's going to be fucked up for the whole world. Niggas ain't even
about
go to work and shit.
Think about it for the ladies, though. They could get a robot man.
Men aren't going to allow
that. They already got robot men. They got dildos that do better than all three of us combined in this month.
Nah.
So, yes.
They ain't got the warmth of a man.
That's true.
They don't have that connection.
But they don't talk back.
They get a heating, they get a heating pad or a heating blanket and the dildo. They can replace your warmth, goddamn it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I ask you this. Would you be fine with sending your kids to school if they were being taught by the computers, the robots? What if it was robots?
That would be scary.
But you can ensure that they are teaching them quality things, though.
Consistency, I think is the right word.
I think I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay with it too. But at the same time, it gotta still be like a kill switch. There gotta be some humans in the basement somewhere. Yeah, man. And I don't want no like robot security guards and shit.
Humans in the basement.
Yeah, robot security. That's when it's gonna get wrong. The robot gonna fuck your
Bring
kid
the humans upstairs.
We asking
Mr.
for
Newton has malfunctioned. She's slapping kids to death.
But yeah, you can guarantee a better quality education if it was being taught by, because we already have like learning programs and learning DVDs and things of that nature that you will sit your kid in front of. They even like TV shows like Super Y and Sid the Science Kid. That's what my son be watching, all that type of stuff. So it will help, and you can guarantee. And they know how to they have pre-programmed shit, like probably got a jukebox in their chest. You know what I'm saying? So they can get busy, dance
like
and
Teddy
recess.
Ruxpin. You remember Teddy Ruxpin? Weird ass.
Teddy was live though. He was a creep.
He was weird as fuck.
Can you imagine? Hey, Adult Swim, not Adult Swim. Robot Chicken need to do something with that. With Teddy Ruxpin, because he a fucking creep right now. If he grown,
I don't know if y'all ever leave your fucking television on Adult Swim and shit, and then you happen to walk past it late at night, and some weird fucking shit comes on there.
Yeah, it'd be like glob of shit talking to like a booger.
What the fuck is going on here? Like, what are my kids watching?
Listen, the kids at our house, they can't even watch Cartoon Network just because
it's weird, man.
I ain't got time to be remembering when it go weird and crazy.
I think it go weird at 9 o'clock. That's when it just totally gets super ratchet.
Is it
nasty.
9? I think 8 o'clock they start doing King of the Hill and
I get paranoid.
Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, Like,
I get paranoid at 6.
like, all right, guys, put the Lion King going.
Because even the regular stuff they show on there is weird. Like the fries talking to the thing. What's that shit with the floating fry? With the mustache and shit. Like, what?
He's like
this is
the
crazy.
big meatball and shit.
Yeah.
And he like Mexican or some shit.
No, that is Adult Swim. That's not like regular
Oh,
kids
okay,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was like regular shit.
Nah.
This floating fry box and shit. It's just extra weird. I remember Cartoon Network at night used to be horrible. Remember Space Ghost? Coast to Coast? That shit was whack, man.
Yeah, I ain't fuck with that.
Me
But
neither.
we
That
were
was
poor.
boring
I
as
didn't
hell.
have cable until I was 17
Well,
years old. So
My-
I was
I was
watching a
always
lot
in-
of fucking TGIF.
always living with other people. They had cable. And shit. We had cable.
was watching a lot of TGIF. Was watching a lot of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, that was live.
Seventh Heaven.
Hey,
I feel for you, man. You
Yeah.
missed out on a lot.
I really did, man. I missed out on the whole Dragon Ball Z shit.
you weren't hip to that,
Yeah,
though.
we ain't had cable. It was outside all day.
Oh man,
Shit, man.
Bruh.
Fucking
Then
watching,
they used to repeat
was
that
watching
shit.
Murphy
but,
Brown in the afternoon.
Hey, I remember that too. Dr. Quinn.
Fucking Mr. Belvedere shit.
Hey, that was live,
Saturday
too.
nights with my grandma, we would watch Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, and we would watch Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas.
There you
We were
go.
watching
And
Heat
then
of the
in the
Night.
heat of the night with Virgil Tips. Then at 11 o'clock, Baywatch came on.
Hey, I
Time
used to
for
watch
bed.
all that shit, man.
No, you know when you knew it was time for bed when you were a kid? You, as a kid, this is when you would even pull the kill switch on yourself. When you're up late at night watching TV and then you hear the music from MASH.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You like, all right. You like, I did too much.
Mash was horrible.
It's
man.
11:30. I gotta go to bed now.
I ain't gonna lie though, I watched a lot of MASH though.
I've never watched one episode. The music was super depressing. It was scary.
It was
I ain't want yeah. When I heard that, I'm like, all right, it's too late.
You know what? I used to change the
It's too
channel. What we used to do is we used to watch like Alfred Hitchcock. When MASH come on, we would watch that.
Oh, you know what's coming back?
What?
On TNT, I think. Not TNT, but one of them. Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, that's loud.
I heard they're bringing
Yeah.
it back. Yeah.
It's coming
nice.
back. That's gonna be nice. That shit used to
Nice.
scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. I think I'm better equipped to deal with that shit.
Well,
now.
kids didn't used to. Man, remember TV used to go off.
What you mean, like go off?
I remember TV used to go off.
Yeah, they used to not have overnight programming.
Like after Three Stooges, TV used to go off. The shit would be static.
That's weird. As
At
fuck.
like 4:30 in the morning, or around that time, around 3:30, TV would go off for plenty of channels. It'd be like static, either be static or it'd be all blue. And sometimes one station or something might show like one infomercial where they keep showing that where they trying to buy that them 70s and 60s music collection CDs.
I thought
and
they just
shit.
played MASH when they were ready for the shit to go off.
Nah. You thought that was the end credits and shit.
I just turned around at that point, like, all right, let me just go ahead and lay down.
Oh man! But nowadays they at least got infomercials and shit where they teaching people stuff all the time too. But I don't know, TV crazy though. But if your kids homeschool, are you gonna make them still go to sleep early at night so you can teach them in the morning, or will you teach them in the evening where they might be more alert and stuff?
I think I'm gonna keep it still to the morning times. Put them on a bigger schedule and shit like that, so that we can still make it like real school and shit, and still make them go to bed at a decent
And they
time.
can go play with their friends that just got out of school too.
Exactly. I just think I'm gonna be a better teacher than the shits that we have. For one, I love my kids. I'm not gonna try to have sex with my kids. I care about them being a dick or not being a dick, and I think that they will have more fun with me than with 7 to 8 different strangers who just see them as a number. So that's what I'm going with. I got to talk to their mom, see if she's going to be interested in it. But I would urge a lot of you parents to get your kids out of some of these shitty public schools, man. It's not doing them a favor. I know it's a nice form of daycare for you, but it might not really be doing your kids much good. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here on that note. This is the Shit I Shouldn't Say podcast.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Chill.